Hail the Barbarian Horde! I'm Joe, and I've got another Dark Horse comic book review for you all. My hope, real quick, is to have another Red Sonja video out for the end of this week because of Holy Week I was busy elsewhere. Because family. But I'm back, better than ever, better looking than ever, and let's plunge on in. Conan, in issue 19 of the Dark Horse Conan run, ends up running into trouble as he has another one of his famous dalliances, in this case, tragic dalliances. The girl he's with, at the beginning of this issue, is annoyed when she finds Conan disrespecting the philosophers and theologians of the city he's in. Conan is ill-impressed by their prattle and turns away to discover a procession of the High Priestess of Tiamat. Tiamat being a goddess from, or I should say a bit of a titan in some ways, from Babylonian mythology. So, for those who don't know, she's the mother of Marduk, and she's overthrown by Marduk, the king of the gods. But in this case, the girl admires the crown that the high priestess is wearing and says she would trade her soul for it, and most girls probably would. Conan decides, why not? And it's worth a fortune, so he steals it with ease while the revelers sleep that night. Conan, though, runs into Jiara, the girl who robbed him some time ago, and Jiara is frightened, and Conan decides to scare her a little, telling her, as he puts some gold in front of her, all that he has to his name, that he will make some more soon, but that if what she says is true, that she was forced into stealing from him, she will leave. If she's not after his gold, then she won't take his gold. That's right in front of her. But on the other hand, if she was after his gold and steals this gold and flees, he will hunt her down and slay her. Naturally, she's scared, but she's greedy, so she starts to hee-haw. And this is really one of the best exchanges in this run. Jiara, in some ways, is the main villainess of the story. And what I love about her as a character is that she is the perfect antithesis to Conan. She's corrupt, venal, and from civilization. And she's greedy and motivated by the love of gold. She's also someone who tempts Conan's more decadent side and despises him, even as she does like to use him, both in a in the physical sense, but also in order to gain wealth for herself. She is, quite frankly, one of the best antagonists you can pit against Conan, and she's very clever and very resourceful. Conan, for his part, despises her even as he kind of lusts after her at times. Now, they despise each other, but they often end up forced to cooperate together, and then they backstab each other and have to try to survive and outfox each other. Really, she's kind of like Bishop Waleran to Tom Builder, Jack Builder, and Prior Philip. She is one of the perfect antithesis characters. Now, she's a bit of she is a shadow archetype to Conan's full archetype. And she's kind of the same archetype in some ways as Grima Wormtongue. So this also adds to her appeal as a villainess. That being said, Conan's current girlfriend shows up, finds the crown that Conan hid there in his room without Jiara noticing it. She wears it and mocks Jiara until a giant monster comes along and breaks through the wall and slays and eats this poor girlfriend, and returns with the crown back to the high priestess and restores it to her. Conan returns and is stricken to find that his girlfriend is no longer in the world of the living. Jiara, for her part, is kind of traumatized. I don't blame her. And just ends up a mess. And Conan takes her at her word for now that, she didn't take the gold. On the other hand, Conan, what are you doing? But the thing is, he can't quite slay her. Conan never, ever kills a woman. That's the truth. He can't. So he decides to bring her along. Not a smart move. But at the end of the story, he's now listening to the philosophers and theologians respectfully in honor of his deceased girlfriend. I kind of feel bad for him. The next story is Tower of the Elephant Tower, which spans about 3 issues. And I'm going to just say, well, it lasts from issue 20 to 22. And I'm going to say it's a really well done depiction. I'm not going to go too much in depth into it because really it's just a comic adaptation of the actual story. And there's not really, I've already reviewed it. That's my point. And I'm going to say as far as a comic book adaptation, it's a solid 3. I can't complain. But as for issue 19, I would say that's a solid 3 as far as stories go as well. So, yeah, that would be it for these current issues. And don't forget to smash that like and that subscribe button if you enjoy this video and want to stay tuned for the next one. And also, if you want to show a lot of support for the channel, don't forget to also check out our book. Yes, that's right, we've written a book, which is full of short stories of a darker fantasy sort called The Crown of Blood. So do check that out. It'll be in the description down below, along with the link to our Substack. So until next time, take care, my friends.